Hey traders, how are you? Rick here with Hitting on Candlesticks. How's it going today? This is April 13th, 2022. It is Wednesday. I'm going to do a quick video here on the market. We're going to take a look at a couple of things. Check below, right below the video here, there's a link to lead you to a page to a couple free ebooks if you're interested. Also a 30-day trial to Hitting on Candlesticks. And if you like the video, throw a thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell so you're alerted when we put a new video out there. Sure appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at some charts. All right, so back from lunch here, we can put a little line up here right through this area. This area right here. Here I can put a fatter line up, and that'll actually work a little bit better. Let's do something like that. There we go. You can see that we've come back to a little bit of support underneath the 50-period moving average, blue line here. We're also underneath the 200, underneath the T line, underneath the trend indicator. None of this is good in my book. Nothing at all. We're having a nice day today. But one has to look at the chart. What has really changed? We're still in a downtrend. Any downtrend in any chart we look at that's made a high, a low, and a lower high, and until we make those higher highs, it's just a downtrend is what we're looking at, and we're always allowed to have those little relief rallies in there, like this one right here, or what we're doing right now. The thing is, we need follow through. So we need to see that this reverse. Reverse would be up into here perhaps, for 448.50, something like that. A low, high, higher low. We want that trend to change. And the trend hasn't really changed yet. It's still actually down. And you can see this on diamonds. Same thing on the diamonds here. Get rid of this. Put this up. There we go. We're still in a downtrend. I know that we're all on edge, really. I think a lot of people are. And you want to jump into something to the long side. I think a lot of people are tired of being short. But hey, if that's where the money's at, that's where the money is at. IWM, still in a downtrend. Nothing has changed. In fact, if you look at the downtrend, we actually, it might be one of the closest that I've seen. There's the downtrend. Here we have a low, we have a high. Maybe we made that higher low. We still need to be up here, giving us that higher high. We're not there yet, so we don't want to be tricked into this as some big turn. And I don't know about you guys, but man, I have found that you generally you make more money when you're in that trend. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to let this thing turn, pop up, pull back, and now maybe we've got something to look at, looking for that next move up, like that, something like that. I want to take a look at FNGU. This is where I want to go here right now, and I think we need to watch this carefully. We haven't talked about FNGU a lot. FANG chart here, and we're going to have to keep an eye on some of these big charts. They lose ground, and that hurts the market. That really does. Your apples, where Apple, we're trying to put in a little kind of a morning star, sort of bullish engulf in here. If we see that follow through, then that might be worthwhile. We'll keep an eye on that. But man, this thing could come up here and fail, and all it does is move lower. We have yet to make, the higher high there. Facebook. Look at Facebook here. Facebook has not really changed its course. Its course is still down. Relief rally, and now we're pushing down with that higher high and then lower lows here. No higher high in there. What else? We can look at NVIDIA. Here's NVIDIA. What has changed in NVIDIA to turn us up? Nothing. Google, nothing has turned us up here. So I don't know. I think we ought to be a little bit careful going after long trades right now, just because we might be coming up to an area that's going to clobber us. So you want to be careful with that. The higher we move up here, the higher we move into, say, this area right there, I think that's more dangerous. I know there's a, we move up, we get all excited and giddy. Hey, we're turning, we're turning, we're turning, we're turning. Well, this is where resistance starts stepping in, right in there, kind of right in there. My line's a little low. We do it this way. Move it up a little bit. There we go. We get up here to the T line. That's always an area that we see that can fail. The trend indicator, the red dot here, that is something that we've seen fail before. And then we've got the 50 period moving average. That's that blue dotted line up here, right there. So we need to have a little caution, a little patience, let the market truly turn. But this is the one here I think we really ought to keep an eye on, because for the market to go higher, we really need some of those, those bigger charts, some of those charts that really make a difference, that they have the power, the money. Look at Microsoft. There's nothing here at Microsoft that looks like it's turning around. Here, let's do this. We'll take a quick touch on the weekly charts. Look at Microsoft here on the weekly. This is a blue ice failure. While it can certainly have a relief rally, absolutely. But as we move up to that 50 period moving average, that red dot, maybe even a little bit higher, we're just moving into a blue ice failure here. FNGU, what does that look like? FNGU, here's the blue ice failure on FNGU to give you kind of an example what that looks like. We fail. Here we've come down and made a low, a higher low, lower high, excuse me, lower low, lower high, and then we've pushed back here to, here's a low, a lower high, lower low. Now we're starting to turn this around because we have a high. So we have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low. The thing of it is we need to get through that area right there, make that a higher high, and you can see the resistance here. So while we can certainly see a relief rally, absolutely, you just got to be careful with some of these charts, that they just don't turn around on you and smack you. Here's the weekly in Apple. That's actually not too bad. NVIDIA. Here's your blue ice failure on the weekly chart in NVIDIA. Did we already look at Microsoft? Can't remember. MSFT. There we go. Microsoft. Blue ice failure. How about that Google? There's Google. Look at that blue ice failure here. So really we need to, stay on our toes. Something I'm going to look at is these green dots here, red dots. I'm going to be definitely bullish when they're green and definitely bearish when they're not green. Very cautious if we're going to try to play a little relief rally from this area to them. Really what I want to see, something just like this. You've got your red dots to the downside. We move up, and now we can start looking at our entries in there. So just something we've got to be careful of. Don't let the market draw you into that shiny new little thing going on over here on the right until it's proven itself. So let's look for an old shiny thing. Let it move up, let it test, and then maybe we have something to work with for sure. Hey, thanks everyone for watching the video. I hope it was helpful. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment. Check below for a couple of those free ebooks, and we have that 30-day trial that you're more welcome to. It also includes the app, the alert app as well. So hope to see you in the trading room or on the alert app. You guys take care. Thanks a bunch.